nations are equal.
We are equal. We all equal to each other.
So sister, how can I go out in the sun and it's all good for me? And how other people go out in the sun and they have to put on S500, S5000, UB? Huh? That's not equality.
Read Deuteronomy 32 and verse 7.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 7.
Sister, listen to this.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee. When the Most High,
Stop, and listen.
when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance.
Listen to this. When the Most High divided to the nations, plural, their inheritance. Every nation has their own inheritance.
When he separated the sons of Adam,
When he separated the sons of Adam, because there wasn't just one Adam,
he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
according to who?
To the number of the children of Israel.
He set up the bounds according to the number of the children of Israel. And how many children of Israel, how many tribes are there in Israel? All right.
For the Lord's portion is his people.
For the Lord's what?
For the Lord's portion is his people.
The Lord's portion is the 12 tribes of Israel, not the 17 nations. Because the Lord,
creator, and you create every single man on this planet. So don't you compare.
yes, the Lord did do that, but he prefers one over all of them. And that's simple.
Jacob is the lot of his
I
inheritance.
believe what you said, but all bloody nation is created by God, right? So say what you want to say.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 verse 20. When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession throughout all the field, sow it with thy own seed. Trust in the goodness of thy stock, so thy race which thou lead shall be magnified.
So the race that thou leavest behind might just be magnified. So the Lord talks about race, man. Yes. And this is our people. Get me Proverbs, Hebrews chapter 12, 4 and verse 12. 4 and verse 12.
Book of Isaiah.
Because this is our people, man. Our people are just strung out on Christianity, and the Christianity has mad them up. They talk about equality, but what equality is going on earth right now? There will never be equality, because the Lord didn't set it that way.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 14. And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, then shall every man turn to his own people.
Every man is going to turn to his own people, because we and the Edomites, we don't look the same. So they are not our people. We and the Hamites, we may have dark complexion, but we are not the same people. The Hamites will run to the Hamite people, which consists of the Ethiopians, the Somalians, the Eritreans, the Libyans. But read on.
No, I ask a question.
No, I just want a lesson.
A lesson?
Yeah, I'm just happy to listen to you.
Okay, listen to this. This is get Genesis chapter 36 and verse 1, and Genesis chapter 25 in verse 20. Start from 23, please. Yeah, but before you read that, read Genesis chapter 25. Someone else get me Isaiah.
Genesis
chapter 1 verse 11.
Genesis chapter 25 and verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
So the Lord is saying to our forefather, there's 2 nations in your belly, right?
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
So these 2 people aren't the same nation, they're not of the same lineage. There's 2 people that are going to be separated from your bowels. So one's going to be of one set of people and another's going to be of another set of people.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
One people is going to be stronger, quicker, faster than the other nation or people, and more intelligent. Now, already, you're starting to get a gist of who this is talking about.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
And the elder is going to be serving the younger. Now, more time, you're supposed to be the one that's serving your older brother. But the Lord has said the elder is going to be serving the younger brother.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red.
And the first came out what?
And the first came out red.
Now, if I was to slap you in your face, what color are you gonna turn?
All over like an hairy garment.
The first came out red all over like a hairy garment. This is talking about your nation of people. And they called his name what?
And they called his name Esau.
And they called his name Esau. So you will come from the Edomite tribe. And read up.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob.
Now, the reason why Jacob doesn't have a description, because he was a melanated man. This child, Esau, was not a melanated man. That's why they had to describe what he looked like, because he didn't look like every other people that was on the earth. He was different.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
See, this is the attribute of your people. Your people will go into places, right? And they will go and they will hunt animals. Sometimes they won't even hunt animals, they will hunt people. Because in what was it, Bosnia, in the Bosnian War, they used to have these big sniper men, and the elites used to pay like a couple £1,000, and they used to go and snipe people running away, even little children. And there was a bonus prize if you could snipe like a baby. That's the attribute of your people.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
And Jacob was a plain man that loved to reside in his house. But Esau, he's known to go around places, colonize and make war against nations and people.
Genesis chapter 36 verse 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom.
Esau is Edom, and Edom means red. Now, let's jump down to verse 8.
Verse 8. Thus dealt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
So, your people, you man used to live in the mountains. That's why you guys love rock climbing. These are your attributes.
I need to go to work, but it's been good listening.
Last one before you go to work, right? Because you have a punishment coming. Get me Amos chapter 1 and verse 11. Because you people are very prideful. Because you'll go into a man's country, steal all their resources, make them pay for it. Not only that, we were the ones that built up the whole of London's and England's economy during the Windrush generation. And you tell us to go back to our country, so on and so forth. When we built your whole country, if it wasn't for us, you people wouldn't even know how to bathe properly. And that's the honest truth.
Okay.
Amos chapter 1 verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Esau, of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
For 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, the Lord's not going to turn the punishment from Esau, man. Esau has to have his punishment. And Esau couldn't take it, that's why he had to run away. Get me Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 1.
Because he did pursue his brother with the sword.
Because when we were in the Genesis times, at the beginning of time, Esau wanted to hunt us down because we got the blessing and he didn't. That's why even up until now, he wants to use the sword against us. And he's been using the sword against us because he's been killing us at free will, and they are the ones that are the judges. Someone get me Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 5. So they get away with it scotch-free. The police do it, the common Edomite man does it, civilians do it, the CIA does it, the FBI does it. They all do it to us. They kill us at free will, and then they have the audacity to say, oh, he was a drug dealer or some bull crap like that. Am I lying? Am I lying? I'm asking you a question, man. Am I lying? Alright. Is it true that your nation of people is the ones that are ruling right now? So they call all the shots.
Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
Because his anger just tear perpetually, and he still kept his wrath up until now. We're at the bottom of society, and yet they still want to take more advantage of us, man. They won't leave us alone. They make us pay hundreds of thousands for applications, for visa applications. They treat us, once we get the application, they treat us with so much injustice anyway. And then they have the audacity to just oppress us more. So their anger is still deterred perpetually, even up until now. You've got, read Proverbs and I think.
This is the book of Proverbs 28, starting on the top. The wicked flee when no man pursue, but the righteous are bold like a lion.
So the wicked had to flee, man. No man was running him down, no man had any weaponry in their hand. But he had to pursue, he had to flee. When I told him that we were the ones that taught you everything that you know in life, you had to run away, man. Because let me Job chapter 30 and verse 5. 11 and 5. Brother, are you from do you want to get rich? Let me give you the inspiration of how to get rich. So he doesn't want to be rich. He wants to be broke. 30 and 5. Little man, you got a minute for God? Alright, drop that. You know that everyone has a biblical name, right? Do you know what your biblical name is? What's your biblical name? Zion, yeah? Alright. That's good. Get me Isaiah chapter 52 and verse 1. Because, yes, Zion, but do you know what Zion means? Alright, you're going to find them.
Isaiah chapter 52 verse 1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garment, O Jerusalem, the holy city, for henceforth they shall no more come into thee.
It says awake, awake, wake up Zion, yeah? Because Zion is the place where Israel resided, and Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. Now, there's a nation of people, right, that say that they're Israel, yeah? But we're going to prove to you from the Bible that those people aren't the true people which they call themselves Jews. They're Jewish. They pertain to be a Jew. You know what I want? Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9 and 3 and verse 9. Read your precept.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 62 and verse 1. For Zion's sake, I will not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake, I will not rest, until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness, and the salvation thereof as lamp that burneth.
So, Zion is that lamp, that beautiful light that is supposed to be burning, it's supposed to be leading the nations. So that's what Zion means.
Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
Now I'm going to ask you a question. What's your name? Zion. Oh, your name is actually Zion. Alright, that's beautiful. That's powerful, man. So it says, I know thy works. Read it again.
Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
So the Lord knows a nation of people's works and poverty. Are the Jewish people in poverty? Exactly. They're not in distress or tribulation at all. You know what I mean by distress and tribulation? What is it? What do I mean? See? You have to give you a hand for that, man, because how old are you? You're probably like 13, isn't it? And a lot, not many people know what that means. So you're very intelligent.
You're okay.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
And the Lord knows the blasphemy, which is a big lie, of them that say that they are Jews and are not. But they're Jewish people. They are the ones that are claiming to be a people when they're not. Because Israel was a people before it was a land. They were put in that land. And if they were really God's chosen people, would they seriously be committing genocide? If they were God's chosen people, would they be killing little children?
But are the synagogues of Satan.
But they are what?
But are the synagogue of Satan.
And they're the synagogue of Satan. One, because they're liars. Two, because they are the biggest fraudsters on earth. And three, because they're the biggest murderers on earth.
Revelation chapter 3 verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not.
Say they are what?
Which say they are Jews and are not.
They call themselves Jewish. They say they're Jews and they're not Jews, bro. Those people are wicked people. They come from a man named Amalek. And Amalek is someone that the Lord has beef with.
But do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
The Lord is going to make them worship at our feet because the Lord doesn't love them. He loves a nation of people. And we're gonna just jump straight to the point. Read that.
This is the book of Jeremiah 14. Judah mourning on the gate of language. They are black. Yeah, slack here. This is the book of Jeremiah 14 and 2. Judah mourning on the gate of language. They are black unto the ground.
So Judah is in mourning, and against the of our language, which means they're trodden down. They are black onto the ground. Because no real authentic Israelites are living in Israel right now. It's just Europeans and Caucasians. And when you go there right now, they can't take the sun. That's why they have to put on their sunscreen. We don't have to put on no sunscreen, but they still tell you put on sunscreen, innit? That's foolishness. Because why are we putting on sunscreen and our skin naturally absorbs the sunlight? We don't need to put on sunscreen because we're not pale. We're not like Casper that goes, woo, that needs sunscreen every 2 seconds when the sun comes out, even when it's like 20 degrees.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It says, if we will not listen to the voice of the Lord, what was going to happen?
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Do you know some of the Lord's commandments? Do you know what some of the Lord's commandments are? What are some of the Lord's commandments? Good. Do you know that? Yeah, that's fine. It's good that you know some, at least, because there's people that go to church for 50 years and they can't name one commandment. But what it's saying, did you know that you can't eat pork? That's in the commandments too. Did you know that when you're old enough, you're supposed to grow a beard on your face? That's a commandment. Now,
look, there he is.
Now the Israelites didn't.
My cousin.
The Israelites didn't do these commandments, so
His statutes and commandments,
Yeah, that's him driving.
which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
so that all these curses, all these, Zion, you following me? All these curses, all these bad things are gonna happen onto a nation of people, and as a curse is a bad thing, right? Now, jump to verse 46.
Deuteronomy 28:46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So these curses was gonna be upon us for a sign and for a wonder, which is an identifier marker who the people of Israel, the true Jews, actually are.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness and in want of all things.
Because we didn't serve the Lord was going to bring these signs upon us. That we were going to serve another nation in one of hunger. When we're hungry, where do we have to go? Go shop, right? Either go corner shop, Morrison's, Asda's. When we're thirsty, we go shop. Nakedness, we have to go either JD, you know, whatever style we like. And in one of all things, when how you're 13, yeah? So when you go to get your your dinner card, you have to go to the school, right? And the people that run the school, they're not your people. The people that runs the shop, they're not your people. The people that runs the big textile factories, they're not your people. Yet your people picked all the cotton to make those textile companies run.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, what it's just said is that, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now, we're going to read the definition of Egypt.
Deuteronomy chapter 20 verse 2, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So the Lord has said, He's our God that brought us out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. And bondage is another word for slavery. Now read Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Slavery again, with what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Who's the one nation of people that went into slavery on slave ships? Who's that one nation of people? So,
by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
we're going to see our homeland again, which was Jerusalem, which was Zion.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen.
And we shall be sold unto our enemies. Repel to the Caucasians for bondmen and bondwomen, for a slave man and for a slave woman. And didn't happen.
And no man shall buy you.
Take a flyer before you cut, yeah? Because you stay for a while and it's good. And for you to be an established man in this earth, you need to be following the Bible. If you want to go effeminate and soft, follow what school teaches you. But this is the last scripture, then we'll let you go.
Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So next time you go and walk around, lift your head up high and know that you're a special and chosen people of God. And you are above all people except your own brothers and sisters. You're above all other people. Alright, a little bit there. Yeah, you too. Because we have to bring out this word, and we have to bring it out with might. We can't be afraid to hold back and tell the devil that you're the devil, man. And tell our people when they're going off and doing all kinds of folly and crap that the Lord doesn't like, you're living life as a heathen. When you're following the traditions of Christmas. Because where in the Bible does it talk about Christmas? Where in the Bible does it talk about get a big turkey and get pigs in blankets and eat to your heart's merry on the 25th of December? Where does it say it? It doesn't say it anywhere. So you're practicing the way of the heathen, man.
Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
So is Israel going to continue to be a servant? Are they going to continue to be homeborn slaves? Until read it for me one more time.
Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 14. Is Israel a slave? Is he a homeborn? Jeremiah 2 and 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
Why have we become so spoiled? Because we've become spoiled because we've been taking gifts from these nations, man. That's how we become spoiled. We've been taking gifts of their benefit system. We've been taking gifts of those people that don't look like us. That's why we become spoiled and we become servants. We become tributaries to them, man. Because just like what he said, through economics, we don't have our own economy because we don't use our own currency. Our political system, we don't have it because they're puppets. So we become servants and slaves. And we put our trust and our hope in men, not our hope in the Lord. Read Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 31. And get me Isaiah.
Jeremiah chapter 5. Jeremiah chapter 5 verse 31. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means, and my people love to have it so.
So the prophets prophesy falsely because these people, these pastors are preaching of the truth. They're preaching falsely. And our people just love to have it so. Our people just love it when they're in all kinds of sin, all kinds of things that don't benefit them. Because the Lord wants us to benefit. The Lord wants us to be that nation that is on top. But our people don't love to have it so. Our people love to have parties, keep up all kinds of foolishness like Christmas. But they don't want to follow the laws of God because it's too hard for them. But we're going to do the thing that is supposedly hard because to follow God's commandment isn't hard. We make it hard for ourselves.
Proverbs 3 verse 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. 6. In all their ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy steps.
So we're not going to trust in our minds. We're going to trust in the Lord with all our heart, which means with all our minds. And we're not going to lean onto our own understanding, man. Because when we lean onto our own understanding, that's when bad things start to happen. That's when we go off into idolatry. That's when we start to go off onto things that we should not be going off to. And keeping up all kinds of traditions of men. The Lord doesn't say, follow the traditions of men. In fact, get me Galatians chapter 2 and verse 8.
This is the book of Isaiah 56 verse 10. 52. This is the book of Isaiah 52 verse 10. The Lord had made better is holy arm in the eyes of all nations, and all the end of the earth shall see the salvation of our God.
So the Lord has made bare His holy nation, because the Lord has made us bare. He's made the Israelites bare because we don't have the generational wealth. We don't have the things that we envy the heathen for. We don't have the big nice car, the big house. We don't have these things. That's why we're envious of the heathen. But the Lord did it for a reason, to make us jealous. To make us jealous. Because we can't continue on living the life that we're living and us just living a slave life. We want better up for ourselves, but we have to do it according to what the scriptures say, not according to what a man says. Because man will tell you to throw yourself off of a cliff, and you will throw yourself off of a cliff if you have the chance to.
Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world.
So beware, lest any man spoil us through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, which is Christianity, religion, Islam, and not after him. Because when we're following all these kinds of religion, when we're following all these kinds of politicians, we're following the traditions of men, man. And the traditions of men teach us nothing but to be a better slave. Oh, how can... That's why we can't put our trust in these people. Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 16.
This is the book of Amos 8 verse 11. Behold, the day comes, said the Lord God, that I will send famine in the land, not the famine of bread, neither the famine of thirst of water, but of hearing the word of the Lord.
So the Lord is going to send famine, and He sent famine on this earth because no one wants to listen to the words. And it's not a famine of bread and water, it's a famine of listening to the word that is come out. Because the Lord says that these words are like flowing water and should flood the earth. But right now, not many people want to listen to His words. They want to listen to what they have to do. They want to go and run on the Sabbath day to get their shopping. They want to go and run on the Sabbath day to do their own pleasure. But we're going to, on the Sabbath day, give praises. Because the Lord ordained us to do it.
Leviticus chapter 26 verse 14.
And this is the consequence.
But if ye will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments, and if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenants, I will also do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror.
So the Lord's appointed terror over us, man. We're terror stricken.
That's right.
We go through all kinds of, what do they call it now? It's not PTSD. We go all kinds of. We go through all kinds of trauma, where we see our people either get hanged, our people get killed, our people get stolen, abducted. Our women got raped. We see all these things happen. And these all have caused trauma onto us. We have been through terror. But because we didn't want to listen and we didn't want to obey, the Lord made us go through this trauma. But the heathen that's why the Lord says he has a bone to pick with the heathen, because they forwarded the affliction. They weren't supposed to afflict us the way that they did, but they forwarded it with their wicked inventions and their wicked minds. We don't care.
I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and the burning ague, that's ague, and shall consume the eyes, and cause sorrow of heart.
We're the ones that have sorrow of heart, because black people go through the most, man. All these other nations, they have it nice, man. Even when they go to their own countries, they're kings in their own countries. We're the only ones that, when we go back to our own countries, we're not kings of our own countries. We're still low.
Zechariah chapter 1, verse 15. And I am sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they held forward the affliction.
Because the Lord was a little displeased with us. But they came and they forwarded the affliction by the butt breaking, by the raping of our women, by forcefully making us eat pork, shrimp, crab and lobster, by beating us from sun up to sundown, by hanging us, by when they threw a big rock, by boiling us, by when we were in transportation, they took one big stone when the ship was sinking because there was too many people on it. One big stone, throwing it out to sea, and watching the people go off one by one by one by one. And they're hitting the balcony edge before they're leaving the ship. That's forwarding the affliction.
Consumption and the burning ague that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart, and ye shall sow your seed in vain.
And we're sowing our seeds in vain, man, because we're sowing our first of all, we're sowing our lives here, and we're having children in these countries, and it's not, our children are not coming to much. It's vain.
For your enemies shall eat it.
Because our enemies are eating. They're feeding off of the back of us. They're feeding off of our work. They're feeding off of slavery till now. Our enemies are feeding off of everything that we have done. They are just feeding off of it. They're leeches, man.
And I will set my face against you, and you shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you.
And they that hate us are reigning over us, man. The Hispanics right now, they're getting deported by ICE. Has any of your cousins been deported by ICE recently? From America? Because that's what's going on. It's not even a joke. They're picking them up like pest control. And the worst thing is, ICE, they're supposed to be picking up criminals. They're not picking up criminals, they're picking up anyone that looks a certain way. That's racism, no? That's wickedness.
That's racist.
That is racist. Well, Esau, it's one man in the van, you know. It's one man in the van.
And ye shall flee when none pursueth you.
we're fleeing when no one's pursuing us, because right now, even in this country right now, Esau doesn't even have to come to us directly, and we're afraid of him, because we're afraid if I don't put on my seatbelt in my car, I'm gonna get fined. I'm afraid if I park on a double yellow line, I'm gonna get fined. So that's the fear that we have for our enemies, knowing that they're not even pursuing us right now.
And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins.
And if we won't listen unto him through this, he's going to punish us 7 times more. He's going to give us double punishment. And we don't want double punishment, man. But with that, I'm going to close out, and I'm going to give it on to another mighty and powerful speaker. And we say, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi. I am Manuela, Shalawah, Kwam Yashwala, Kwam Yashwala.